Well, good morning. This morning we read from Ezra chapter 9, and I'm aware this is a very sensitive, delicate chapter to speak about. First of all, let me say these comments about intermarriage today do not relate to human races or racist theory. This is about the people of God marrying with unbelievers. So, though in the Old Testament, God's grace was poured out, his chosen people were the people of Israel. Today, from all races, God calls his people together. And so those who would use this verse to speak about people from different colours marrying or people from different racial backgrounds marrying are quite wrong. This is a chapter about the purity of God's people. And it does relate to marriage because the home is the basis for the church. The home is the first expression of the church. The family is the first expression of the church. Those who are single are brought into the family of God. They're brought into the family. Those who are married, those who have children, have a human family as well as the wider family of God. But the home is the beginning of the church. Therefore, it's important that our home life is pure. And so right from Genesis chapter 6, there are warnings about the people of God marrying with the people of this world. And it goes into the New Testament where Paul says, don't be unequally yoked together with unbelievers. How can two walk together except they be agreed? And I know this is sensitive for young people too, to consider when they're looking for a life partner and are struggling to find someone within the church. However, for me, my testimony is this, that being a Christian is the most important thing about my life. It's the most important factor in my personality and character. Being a Christian is the most important thing for me. And I could not imagine not being able to share that with the person who I lived with, the person I was married to, the person through whom my children will be raised. And so for me, my testimony is this, that I would not consider marrying outside of the church. And here is a warning in this passage of how serious it is. You see, the neighbouring people had detestable practices. The people of this world don't think like the church. They don't think like the people of the church. And it's easy for their thoughts to penetrate into the Christian's life. And so Old Testament people were told not to marry from the nations round about, because that close relationship would involve some compromise with the things of this world. And for me, the instruction is still clear, that the people of God should seek their closest friends, their closest associates, their closest relationships, including their life partner, from among the people of God. This was taken very seriously in Ezra's time, and he said this is a consequence of this, is that we are disgraced before God. These evil practices coming, and we're disgraced before God. I realise this is a hard and painful message for many of our young people and some of our older people who married those outside of the church. I'm certainly not telling you to break your marriage vows. Perhaps the unbeliever can be sanctified by the believer. However, for young people seeking a marriage partner, here is instruction that is clear from this. Seek someone from among the people of God. It signifies how important you regard your faith to be. If it's the most important thing, then you would not dream of not being able to share it with the person who's closest to you.